In this particular part of the question, we are looking at how to read and understand the graph so that we can answer the question. Now, before we even dive into the details, remember, doesn't matter what is the story in your question. It's always about X and Y values. And the way it will work is that they will either ask you for the value of X and therefore they will give you value of Y, or they will give you value of X and ask you about value of Y. That's what it is, because about the two axes. So here we have the diagram below shows the graph of a model for the wind speed in kilometers an hour on a different night at the same location over the 8-hour period between midnight and 8 a.m. So this was a question about measuring the speed of the wind and during the night, and every time we are measuring that speed in the night from midnight to 8 in the morning. And here we have our graph. And as you can see, that's what I'm saying is about the two values. The X value has to do with time. So when they will be looking for time, what are they going to give you? The speed of the wind. If in this question they will be looking for the speed of the wind, they will give you the time. So that's how we look at it. So let's see. In the case of part B1 and 2 below, shows your work on the graph. So that means we're going to show the arrows. Remember that on graph, one of the axes represent 1 a.m. and so on. So we can see that that is 1 a.m., that is 2 a.m., 3 a.m., because that's midnight. Okay. So what was the wind speed? So they are looking for wind speed of wind. Therefore, they are giving us the time. So at 3 a.m. So we look for 3 o'clock. So here it is, 3 a.m. We go to our graph and then we go across to read what is the speed of wind. And what we should be reading here is about 47 kilometers per hour. On the second part, so on the Beaufort wind scale, winds between 75 and 88 are referred to us as a strong gale force wind. So they are telling us what is the definition of a strong gale force. That is when the wind is 75 and 88. So if we are looking at on our graph, 75, that's where it is, and then 88 somewhere here. So if the wind happened here, if our graph happened here in that area, well, that means that was the time of the strong gale force. And again, here we have on that night, strong gale force winds were blowing between what time and what time. So again, we know this is the part of the graph we are looking for. So when we go down here, what do we read? 4 o'clock, and then we go down here and we read 6. So that is between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. That's when that wind was very strong. So that's what I'm saying. Doesn't matter what the story is. Always remember it's about the X and the Y values.